Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Venitia and this is your timeless reading. So as per usual, I'm going to use several decks. So let's see what is the topic of the day. Please remember that as a timeless reading, this is meant to find you whenever you are ready to hear its message. And also it's not meant to resonate 100%. Okay, so you just take what resonates and you drop the rest that don't. Okay, let's see now what is going to be the topic. Okay, and the topic is going to be, well, some kind of maybe forgiveness, maybe someone who wants to talk to you, someone who you have unfinished business with. Okay, someone wants to exchange here with you. Okay, and we've got blind spot, blindness, something that you didn't know about that person, something that came up to light, something that you came to know about that person, yes, definitely unfinished business. And with this person, there were so many things that you didn't know, that you didn't acknowledge when you were with that person, because that person possibly could have been hiding you certain things. Maybe that person was already in a relationship with someone that's, there was a partnership of some sort and you didn't know about that. So third party possible here. That person wants to get closer to you now. Okay, we've got the divine masculine here. So the person who wants to get back in touch with you. Okay, but that person could have been holding some information from you, and that person is going to make some effort here. Okay, willing to put what it takes within the relationship. Okay, so that is the topic of the day. So someone I feel you have a distance with. Okay, you are no contact for some time. Okay, there could be a long distance between the two of you. You put possibly an end to that person because you saw that this person was not bringing up what you expected out of relationship, and you've been very clear about that because you were not happy that this person has been hiding stuff from you. Okay, that person was aware that you didn't acknowledge the third party. Okay, and you came to know about that, and you realized how blind you were, how huge the gap was between reality and what you thought that this relationship was. So the mask fell, and now this person, now that there is a distance between the two of you, this person is willing to put some effort in order to get back to you. I think this person wants to work on himself, get back to you, show you, how much he has changed. Okay, let's see that. I sense that this person went through, there was an end to something, like a deadline. Okay, you were thinking about that relationship for quite some time, and you said to the person, this is it. Okay, now I need you to show me signs that this relationship is going next level, or I'm done. So there was an end, but there is an unfinished between the two of you. Okay, you could have felt that this person was having limiting belief, that he was holding back from you. He's been holding back as well because he needed to make some decision. Okay, and you thought that it was truly over, but this person doesn't want the relationship to be over. He's been struggling with making decision. He's been struggling with communication. This is not a person who is accustomed to talk about emotions and such things. Also, I feel that you have some kind of a connection with that person, even though you might be not communicating with that person. It's like you have a psychic connection to that person. You see synchronicities. It's like maybe you feel the person, you think about the person, and there is that emotional connection, so you know what this person is going through, you know that this person is thinking about you, you know. I can still feel like this person is maybe far away, but not far away in terms of connection. It's still like he is still around. Okay, you feel like this person has to make a clean break from the past, from that relationship. You want that person to own up to things. Okay, let's see. There were lots of harsh words, or the third party, okay, could have been someone who's been lashing out here. So there were some disputes going on here. This is not an easy conversation that you are having. A lot of things have been rising up, you know, and there could have been some huge fight, huge breakup, you know, when people were throwing words at each other, okay, because you were mad that this person was not totally invested in what could be a beautiful relationship here. So I feel that this person wants to say, I love you. I thought I loved the other person, and now I do realize that the one that I am truly missing, the one that I truly need in my life is you, okay? So that person wants to come forward and say, I still think of you. I still have feeling for you. And even though you don't see each other anymore, that person knows that you're a person of value, that you're the special person, and you realize how much of a blessing you are in the relationship. Okay, so we've got the distance card. So yes, okay, unfinished business, but a departure of some sort. Okay, there is a distance. Maybe you took the distance. You used to be a lot closer to each other. Maybe you were living in the same town, the same city, the same area, and now you don't. He could possibly live in another country or in another department than you right now. Okay. So all the time you were apart, this person has been thinking a lot about you. There were lots of changes in the mindset, lots of tribulations as well. Okay. This person could be relentless. It's got, like in his mind, he's got this train of thought that is running all the time. Okay, you needed to heal a lot from that relationship. It really wasn't easy. Okay, let's see. Okay, yes. That person went through a very dark phase, okay, when he was confronted to all the hurt that he has done to other people around him, and to realize how sick his behavior was. Also, I sensed that the third party was also a sick person. You know, the person wanted to intervene within the two of you and rot the relationship, you know, and to steal something from you. Okay, this is the sign of a sick person intervening between two others, you know. So let's see more about that person. Okay, so there is not exactly a clean break between the two of you. Okay, you learned a lot about that person. Okay, it's like wisdom, intelligence. That person, that third party, is someone who can use information as well. This is like keeping tabs on someone, you know, gathering information, going through social media here, you know, spying around in order to have information. So that person has been possibly, you know, messaging or in the DMs or something. That person got in contact through message with your person. Okay. Slowly but steadily, that person was like venom, you know, like poison coming up between the two of you. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. That person now realizes the beauty of you and wants you to know that there is love. There is still love. There is still feelings for you. That person still wants to, yes, we've got the burning heart here. Okay, we've got grace and we've got the discussion. So that person realizes now how much he has lost while losing you. That person wants to go back, okay? That person could possibly want you to give you a gift or something, you know, an attention, wants to discuss. That third party wanted you to fall from grace, but it kind of backfired. It really did backfire, because there was a breakup, a huge fight also with that person, okay? And the person realized, I mean, the man realized how sick this person was, and now he wants to get back to you. He wants to have, you know, a clear discussion about what went wrong, okay? I think that this person also realized how self-sabotage he was, you know. This was self-sabotage when he cheated on you. And he realized that now. Because they cheated, but they cheated themselves out of a great relationship. It's like they were lost, and they had access to true happiness, and, you know, they spoiled the whole thing. What was good was suddenly very sick. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, that person could be very closed off right now. Lots of sleepless night, not going out very much, being kind of a recluse, you know, after a time when it was all the opposite, going out, you know, trying to have some distraction in order to forget about the breakup, being with that third party. And now that person is alone, like in an ivory tower, okay? Though there could be a change of house as well. Someone's been maybe selling a property here, okay? There is moving. I see also this person is searching for answer, okay? Okay. There was a dispute over the property, possibly with that third party. Someone who has been like getting into your house and putting up fights. That person wanted to steal maybe the property, to own something that wasn't hers. This is someone invading a property, a house, a relationship in order to steal from that. So this could be with a lawyer, you know, that are involved in the situation. That person wants you to know that he has broken up with that person. This could be a divorce as well, you know, when things are being separated. Okay. Yeah, that person wants to come back at you, like victorious. I want you to understand that I am victorious of all of this trouble, all this tribulation, okay? This person sees you as necessary on its path, and he wants to get back to you and talk to you loud and clear, okay? He wants to make peace with you. Okay, you on the other hand, okay? Because they want you to know, sorry, this one's for the other deck. This person wants you to know that they realize that they missed an opportunity and that they regret because they hurt themselves so much, and they hurted you as well in the process, and they want you to know that. They want to get back at you. They want to talk. They want to have an open heart communication with you, soul to soul, okay? It's like your soul, your two souls are still connected in some way, but you may be at different paths, okay? You were ready for the relationship at that time, and that person was not. And now that this person wants to get back to you, I feel that you have, very understandably, you have resistance, okay? Yeah. We've got the door. It's because you closed that chapter. You closed that door. To you, it's like, I'm done. I've been there. Now I'm onto something else. Could be that, because you moved on. You close the door, you close the chapter. So there is a struggle for them to get back in. It's not like you're going to hand them the key to your place, to your universe, to your soul, again, the way you did. You've been too hurt. Okay? Now you want something clear. You want someone who has been putting life in order. You want something that is written. You want a commitment, a real one. You want the truth. You have no patience for more lies, for more illusions. You want a tough battle, and now you've got access to something that is real, in order, where things that are being said are actually the truth. Yeah. There is access to wealth again. Like you are focused totally on something else. You are focused on a relationship where things are abundant. And you don't want to be deprived anymore. Okay? This person is mad. Okay? Asking themselves a lot of questions. They have a lot of struggles. They hurt themselves so much. And it's quite a struggle to accept that you moved on to something else and possibly someone else. They have been doubting themselves so much. They were played by the other person. That person has left them with many questions unanswered. Okay? And that person has a hard time to understand how a fool he has been. Okay? There are lots of doubt, lots of stress, lots of sleepless nights, lots of questions that they are asking themselves. On the other hand, I see you not wanting to be derailed again. Okay? Not wanting to give them access. Okay. Your souls were, like light and shadow. You close a chapter. That person has not. You have put your life into order. And that person is dealing with emptiness and silence here. You've been listening to the message. That person was shutting down whenever people were trying to warn him. That person realized how abundant, how a blessing you were in their life. Okay. That person wants to start again. Okay, there are lots of emotion, okay, that are coming up here at the surface. This is a person who had a hard time dealing with emotion and how to express them. Okay, meditation. So this is peace. This is possibly coming to a close. Considering options as well. Okay. There is roots. Okay. So something that is deeply rooted. Could be your relationship, could be your decision toward that person. That person wants to have a forgiveness onto what he has done. He feels like dying inside and he wants to ask for forgiveness. He had a hard time looking at himself in the mirror, and now he wants to, say, I am still in love with you. I feel broken without you. I need you as a blessing, as a, wealth. I don't speak about material, but he realized how much of a abundance you were in his life. Okay. They have a hard time opening their heart. They had that in the past. They could not speak about love. They were not saying, you know, sweet nothing. They could have been very harsh with their words. And now it's like cracking open. Okay, we've got the deep conditioning. That person has been leading you on for quite some time, okay? Not saying stuff about himself. Walking like a lion amongst the sheep, you know. He wanted to play other people, but he played himself because they've been cutting themselves from the source. You were the source. And now they do realize that. They want to get back because they are thirsty for something. They need your light. They need your emotion. They need your care. They need your presence. They need your touch. They need your sun. They need your warmth. Okay. They are feeling so alone. Okay, the dark night of the soul. And we've got projection. So again, there is the image of a couple. And they want to create with you. It's like the divine feminine and the divine masculine. But you do realize that you are not on the same page. Okay, that person has to start from one. Okay, has to learn a lot still. Because that person has been projecting a lot on you. Okay, and now it's all kind of backfiring, okay, onto his life. That person wants to create something with you. Okay. Okay, that person is looking at life with a lot more innocence right now. He wants to get back at this state when things were naturally flowing. Okay. For some of you, a mantis, okay, the animal could be important as well. That person used to be a lot more active, and now this person is looking at life with a more simple outlook. This person is looking at the simple things, you know, in life. Okay. Yeah. You still could see each other in dreams, okay? It's like you have vision of that person. That person with conditioning and the death card and the opponent card and this card with schizophrenia had a lot of mind troubles, okay? It was like he's been stretching himself thin, okay? That person had a mindset that was very hard, very controlling. I think that this person has been looking at himself and the impact of his controlling ways onto relationship and onto life in general, and the consequences that he had, and he wants to go back now at innocence. That person is a lot more mature now, or so he feels that way, and he wants to know you that. So he's been comparing himself. He's been seeing, you know, how act and consequences have been playing out in his life, and he wants to change now. He's been working out a lot on that, trying to, you know, be more careless about things sometimes. That person used to not look at his trouble. You know, he was careless, like they were not a problem. But the issues were deeply rooted, okay? And I've been playing a lot into the way he was looking relationship, okay? And we've got the silence card again. So silence and solitude is playing a big, huge part in his life now. I feel that this person is very stressed out because alone, okay? And this person doesn't like to be alone. So this person is hearing all the voices in his head, you know, and he sees how much his mistakes have been playing out in life. And he wants to redeem himself. He wants to be heard by you. And it's like you can feel that person, okay? We've got justice and we've got accident. So this person went through possibly a divorce, okay? There was a property, a division of some sort. There was a crash in his life when things were changing quite a bit here. We've got the accident, we've got the law, again, justice. So it kind of backfired, okay? And that was the starting point for changing the mindset. Okay. So there is the end of a situation for that person, and that person has to start again something new, okay? Probably elsewhere. A lot of enemies, okay? So this could be the third party, but not only. So I think that this person has been, working at one point and, had troubles within the workplace, okay? Possibly had to move from that place, had to change. He had it easy, and all of a sudden everything started to derail quite a bit. And that was the starting point for changing the mindset. Yes, we've got the workplace. So that person could be ending, a situation in the workplace. Could be ending, a job, being terminated or something. But this is something ending. And this person feels like he has been stolen some honors and rewards, something that was due to him. So his ego has been going through, a dark cycle here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that person now realizes that he should have been bringing you love and a family. Okay? Like you were the one with who he wanted to build something. That's how he feels. This person is still struggling, okay, with the idea. Am I sending that message or not? That person wants you to know that, but that person knows that you closed the door and that you moved on, and that you realized how dark they were. So they have a hard time expressing their feeling. Okay, and we've got transformation and force. So yeah, you changed a lot, and you became more, more strong. There's a lot of strength here, a lot of, display of energy, new life, mutation, transformation. So you changed such a big deal, and they are not ready to face your strength, okay? But they want you to know that they changed. They are not the person that they used to be. Okay. We'll finish with those. We've got hope, we've got key, and we've got sadness. So that person is still hoping to have access to you in some way. Okay. That person has brought to you a lot of sadness. That person now is sad because they, couldn't handle the breakup, and things didn't turn out quite the way they wanted them to, okay? So life has been changing, such a big deal for them. They went through a huge breakup. They lost money. They probably lost some kind of job or reputation in the process. And now they made some kind of, transformation, mindset shifting and stuff. They've been working on themselves, and they want you to know about that. The point is, I feel there is a lot of sadness between the two of you because there is a sense of missed opportunity. But this means that you have the key, okay? So you will be the one to decide here whether you want to leave access to that person or you want to leave, an open door to receiving a message of some sort. Okay, so that was the reading for the day. I shall see you tomorrow with another reading. Take care and bye for now. Much love.